I'm Sussana Rich, and I support poetry. This is My Husband Discovers Poetry by Diane Lockward for the Public Poetry Series. My husband discovers poetry. Because my husband would not read my poems, I wrote one about how I did not love him. In lines of strict iambic pentameter, I detailed his coldness, his lack of humor. It felt good to do this. Stanza after stanza, I grew bolder and bolder. Towards the end, struck by inspiration, I wrote about my old boyfriend, a boy I had not loved enough to marry, but who could make me laugh and laugh. I wrote about a night years after we parted, when my husband's coldness drove me from the house and back to my old boyfriend. I even included the name of a seedy hotel well known for hosting quickies. I do have a talent for verisimilitude. I included sensuous images, how my boyfriend and I stripped off our clothes, got into bed, and kissed, and spent half the night telling jokes, many of them about my husband. I left the end deliberately ambiguous and then hid the poem away in an old trunk in the basement. You know how this story ends, how my husband one day loses something and goes into the basement, and rummaging through the old trunk, how he uncovers the hidden poem and sits down to read it. But do you hear the strange sounds that floated up the stairs that day? The sounds of an animal, its paw caught in a trap with teeth of steel. Do you see the wounded creature at the bottom of the stairs, his shoulders hunched, shaking, his fist in his mouth, choking back sobs? It was my husband, paying tribute to my art.